So recently, Raspberry or Raspberry Pi have released the Raspberry Pi 400. Now, I've not really been interested in Raspberry Pi at all up until now, mainly because it seemed like the sort of thing that you'd have to get some soldering out, connect some bits and bobs up, and go and purchase stuff from a variety of places to get it working. Now, as much as that might not have been the case, it was kind of the feeling I had. However, the Raspberry Pi 400 comes inside a keyboard, so it's convenient from the start, and appears to come with everything that I need, so like a mouse, power, and the OS kind of pre-installed. And so for I think the price of about £90 or so, it seemed like a no-brainer. And in a moment of weakness, I basically purchased one, and so that's what's arrived recently. So this video is going to be the unboxing, so you can see what's inside it, have a look yourself, and then obviously decide if it's something you want to purchase yourself. And I'll try and follow up with a few more videos of what I eventually decide to use it for. But for now, here's the unboxing video. Enjoy. Yeah, so this is the box, and oddly enough, I didn't think it would look this nice. Without further ado, let's kind of open up the box. So as you would expect, you're presented with the main kind of piece of hardware. And so here's the keyboard, and remember this keyboard is not only the keyboard to type on, but it's actually got the Raspberry Pi sitting inside it as well. So here's the back of the keyboard where all the interesting stuff is. I'm probably going to get some of this wrong, so I apologise to all those Raspberry Pi enthusiasts for completely mashing this. But from what I understand, that GPIO socket on the left-hand side is where you kind of plug in the different sensors and anything else that you want to interact with the Raspberry Pi. And one thing I've noticed from reading the instructions, yep, that's right, I actually read the instructions, is that this is the reverse of the way round it normally is on a Raspberry Pi. And so either remember to kind of put them round the other way, or if you can't reverse the kind of things that you're connecting in, apparently you can get like a little socket that kind of reverses it round for you anyway, or a little cable. The next thing is the memory card slot. So the memory card slot comes with an OS already installed on it, but obviously that mini SD you can replace with an existing one that you might have. There's two HDMI outputs, and then the next one is the power, so it comes with a power socket anyway. The next two are, I believe, the USB 3 sockets with a normal USB 2 socket. And as you'll see in a minute, also comes with a mouse. Then there's a network connection. I don't actually know for sure what that little last one is. It's either an air vent, or it could be like the ability to Kingston lock it to something else as well. In fact, it probably is maybe a Kingston lock. I should probably have a look at the manual. So opening up the rest of the package, once you take the keyboard out, you're then greeted with both the mouse, the power socket, and then what I presume is like an SD expansion. Again, I haven't really opened this up as yet because I'm only just got it. But yeah, again, kind of beautifully presented for something that you I would have wrongly assumed it would appear would just be kind of like a bunch of stuff chucked in a box. Actually, it's quite a nice experience to open up. So a little bit closer here, you can now see the Raspberry Pi official USB-C power supply. That's obviously to power the unit. There's a Raspberry Pi mouse. Both instances I went for the white one here. And then again, I guess if you want to be able to plug the SD card, or the mini SD card, or micro SD card, sorry, into anything else to kind of copy stuff over, then you can use this adapter card to be able to do that. So here is everything else that's in the box kind of laid out in front of you. Interestingly enough, I have read that beginner's guide because I'm most definitely a beginner. Kind of talks about the other Raspberry Pi options there are to purchase as well, and kind of gives you some programming examples to start with. The other thing that I kind of didn't mention is, of course, the kind of charging cable, which you can see there. In fact, that might not be a charging cable. In fact, I think that is the AV cable, if I remember correctly. So yeah, like a natty little kind of unit. Not sure what to put on it yet. So far, RetroPie is winning. RetroPie being like a games emulator system. So that's currently winning. Or of course, I might very well just put Home Assistant on it in the end. But I'll be up to here kind of basically if you've got any suggestions of what I should put on there, feel free to put those in the comments. Thank you very much.